today, and I am talking all about lessons for the first day of school, but you could definitely use these lessons past the first day of school, even into the first couple months of school. So I am going to go through each grade level, kindergarten to grade 5, and we are going to chat about what the lessons are for the first day of school. So starting off with kindergarten, I always start my kindergarten classes when they come in with the song Come Follow Me in a Line, and then we do different movements with it. It goes like this: come follow me in a line, come follow me, oh you're doing fine, clap your hands in a line, clap your hands, oh you're doing fine. And then after that we do different things. We'll do stop, march your feet, wiggle your fingers, pat your head, a whole bunch of things, and I just walk them around and around until we have formed a circle, and then in that circle we sit. And then we get into name, name, say your name. And with kindergarten, I do name, name, say your name a little bit different. We keep the steady beat, pat, clap, and we go name, name, say your name. Your name is, and then we go around the circle and each student says their name, and we do the name in between. And how we keep track of what kid's turn it is we use a puppet to keep track. So they pass the puppet as we go and say name, 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 say your name. After that, we will do hello and how are you, which essentially has kids stand up based on what colors they're wearing. So I might say something like, hello pink kids, hello and how are you? And then they all sing together and I sing with them because they're in kindergarten. I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. And then we do different colors, and as the year goes on, we do it with like letters in their name, things like that. After that, they usually need to move, so we will do you walk and stop. I do it a little bit different than like the traditional version, because I don't like the traditional version because I never feel like it ends, so I do it this way instead. Oh, you walk and you stop. You walk and you stop. You walk and you stop, playing the music game. And then I end it, and then similar with Come Follow Me in a Line, we do that with a whole bunch of different movements. After that, we will be reading Music Teacher from the Black Lagoon, which is a great little story all about the music teacher. Through most of this, I have the kids sitting very close to me in a circle. After that, I will usually do a welcome song that is like an action movement song by Jack Hartman, either the back to school ones, or I'll do something, if I don't want necessarily back to school, I'll do something like One Green Jelly Bean from John Jacobson musical Over Me. Just depends on how I feel and what I think the kids need. After that, we will either do one or two things depending on the class. We will either do Play and Stop from Denise Gagne, or we will do some more singing with Melody the Elephant. I'll introduce that to them. It all kind of depends on how I feel like the class is going. If I think that they can handle instruments on the first day, we'll do those. If we do instruments, we first do another Denise Gagne, which is play the instruments quickly, play the instruments quickly, stop, and then play the instruments slowly, play the instruments slowly, stop. And then we do Play and Stop, which is another Denise Gagne song. And then if I don't think that they're ready for instruments, I will introduce them to Melody the Elephant, which is another idea that I got from Denise Gagne, which is essentially an elephant puppet that does tricks, but only does tricks for singing voices. So we'll practice using our singing voices to get Melody to do tricks. So they might go, Melody, do a jump. And the first day that we do this, we do it all together. All of the students sing with me. They give me an idea and I say that they need to sing. And then that leads us into talking about the 4 voices. And we will practice the music room rules, doing the different 4 voices: whisper, calling, and speaking voice and singing voice for each of the music room rules. And depending on the kindergarten class, that should usually be enough, but sometimes it isn't. And in that case, I will throw on another Jack Hartman, either Move It to the Sounds, any John Jacobson, That's Fall, or some learning station just to wrap up that last little part of our lesson. I find with kindergarten, the more things that I do, the better it goes. They're just more willing, more ready to do all sorts of things like that. All right, now we are going to go to grade 1 and grade 1-2. And grade 1-2, I will bring in the same way in a circle, but we will not do the song because the grade 1s would have done all of that in kindergarten, so they'll be used to coming in on the circle. Once we do that, they'll come in, sit on the circle, and we'll do hello and how are you, which both classes should be familiar with if they remember, but I will also reintroduce that. And then we will do hello, hi there, which I believe might be a Sherry Sloan song, but essentially they find a partner's shake my hand and say hello, hello, hi there, and then pat on the back. It's a whole bunch of different movements, actions, things like that. Then we will go over our music room rules, and again, I will use the 4 voices to go over the rules, and once we're done that, I will ask the students if they remember what the names for the different 4 voices are. So I won't say it the first time, but I'll tell them a rule. So I'll say, be respectful, and then they'll echo it back the same way. During that, I also remind them how we echo in the music room. We use the microphone. When it points to Miss Jana, it's Miss Jana's turn. When it points to the class, it's their turn. After that, we will likely do the song Bounce High, Bounce Low. The first time we do it, we'll just pass the ball around the room. So if you don't know the song, it goes like this. Bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to Shiloh. And then how I do it is I switch out the name of the person in there to someone who will do it. So I'll start with the ball, so then they'll sing bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to Miss Jana. And then after that, I'll pass it, so it will be the person next to me whose name you'll sing. So it could be bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to Mackenzie. And then I would pass the ball to Mackenzie, and then we go around the circle. And that's what we do for the first name game. After that, I will take them to the carpet and show them their carpet spots, and we will read the book All Are Welcome. And when we are reading the book All Are Welcome, I will introduce them to the rhythm ostinato that we're going to do with it, which is essentially every time it says All Are Welcome, we're going to say welcome, welcome, everyone is welcome. So then we'll practice doing that. After that, we will do name, name, say your name. So again, we'll come back to the spots that are in a circle. Name, name, say your name. However, if I feel like I'm running out of time, I will skip that one, and we will do the back to school vocal explorations, which are in my Teacher Pay Teacher story that I will link down below, and we'll practice moving our voice in high and low. And then if we have time, we'll do name, name, say your name. And then at the end, we'll do I've Got Music, which is a John Jacobson song. Oh, and I forgot one thing that I always do with my 1st and 2nd grade, and those are the steady beat movement cards, which I will also link down below. We do those like one of the first things that we do. I'll do it before I read the story or after I read the story, just depending on how the kids are doing. 3, 4s, they come in, and I will put them in a circle to begin with, just so they follow me as they walk into the room before showing them their spots on the carpet. And so they'll walk in, we'll do like a nice how was your summer, that kind of chat. I like to do those chats with my older students just because it gives them some ownership over the class. And then we will likely go right into jump in, jump out, which goes like this if you don't know it. Jump in, jump out, and turn yourself about. I said jump in, jump out, and introduce yourself. And then they say their name, something that they like to do, and something that they like to eat. And then, they say their name, something that they like to eat, and an action. So before that, we will talk about different actions that they can use, things like that. After we do jump in, jump out, I will show them the spots on their carpet. We will go meet there, and they will chat about the rules and routines of the music room. With these guys, I'm going to see if they can remember what they are, because they're grade 3s and 4s, so I had all of them for like a year and a half now. So I think that they should be able to remember, and then we'll review the rhythms that go in with the rules, and we'll also talk about the names of the notes in the rhythms. After that, we will do, again, All Are Welcome with the rhythm ostinato. I'll likely read the book twice to them, And the second time I will give them rhythm sticks to play the ostinato, that welcome, welcome, everyone is welcome. And that is how we will be preparing for 16th notes. And then if we have time at the end, we're gonna do Mama Llama, which I will leave a link to it down below. I'm still practicing it. The end is a little tricky, so I'm still practicing it. And we'll just practice singing it. And then there is a clapping thing that goes with it. So depending on how things are going, I might just have them do the clapping thing like in the air. Mama llama kuma la pizza. That we might just do it in the air, and then we will go with that. They will also do those steady beat cards, and if we have time, I will with them do Becca from Becca's Music Room stick figure, but that's only if A, I need something to fill my time, and B, they need extra movement. And then we go to grade 5 and grade 6, and I'll do the same thing. I'll have them come in, sit in a circle. We might do jump in, jump out, because they did it last year, so they should be familiar with it. We likely will do it because they are familiar with it. And from there, they are going to do the sheet that is called Find the Musician Who Can. I'm hoping that by the time this video goes out, the sheets will be up on my Teacher Pay Teacher, and I'll be able to link them. Fingers crossed that that gets done before this video goes out. And so essentially what that is it's again an activity that I took from like the general classroom. So essentially you find someone who can, but I changed it to find a musician who can, and then I have a whole bunch of different questions like find a musician who can name this note, and then it's a picture of a quarter note. Find a musician who can play the piano. Find a musician who can name an instrument in the classroom. So it's a whole bunch of different things for them to get to know each other and just to walk around the room, and I get to interact with the kids during that time too. Like I said before, I really like my grade 5s and my 3/4s to have more independence and more opinions about what's happening in our music room. So that is part of me doing that. We will also be doing All Are Welcome with the rhythm ostinato twice with and the rhythm sticks on the next time, and eventually they're going to transfer the ostinato to playing it on pentatonic notes on the xylophones. They will do Becca's stick figure movements for sure, and they really like those. I just put on like a random pop backing track. It is super well received. They really like them. Yep. Music rules and routines, again with spots on the carpet, will be talked about. Again, I'm going to see what they remember about what it is like to be in the music room, because I believe at this point I might not have any new students in my grade 5 class. So that would be great. And then if we have time, I'll introduce them to their like September singing song, which is going to be 4 Right Horses, because in September we are going to work on syncopation, and that's a good song to work on syncopation. And again, it has another clapping part that's very similar to Mama Llama that I'm going to do. So 4 white horses up the river, hey, 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 up the river. So that is what will happen with my grade 5 and 6 classes. So there you have it. Those are my first day lessons. I'm hoping to have a September plan with me come out sooner than later. We'll see if that all works out. So you can kind of see what I'm doing for the entire month. But there's some ideas for your first lessons, and if you already have your first lessons planned, here's ideas for your second, third, fourth, fifth lessons. So if you found this video useful or helpful or informative, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share so that other people can access it and get the very useful information. So until next time, see you later. Bye.